Hi, my name's David Zografos, and you're watching Crash Course World History.
Dang, dude, isn't that dank?
Hello, welcome to Crash Course World History. Today we're going to be talking about the French leader during the French Revolution, General Napoleon Bonaparte. Mr. Z! Wasn't Napoleon really short? No, idiot! Napoleon actually wasn't that short. He was 5'6", which was average height of a French soldier at the time. The idea that he was short came from British propaganda against Napoleon in his many invasions.
Dang, dude, look at that propaganda. As you can see, we have Napoleon here and King George III right there.
Speaking of invasions, you might be wondering why Napoleon invaded all these countries. Well, many people believe that it was because of his short stature, that he invaded these countries, when in fact that was not the case. The reason why he invaded these countries is because these countries want to invade him. During the French Revolution, King Louis XIV's head was cut off, and many monarchs in England and Prussia and Austria feared the exact same thing would happen to them. In order for these Enlightenment ideas of a republic, constitution, and democracy from spreading to other countries, they decided to attack the newly born French Republic in order to keep their monarchy sustainable. Now, Napoleon didn't want to lose his new French Republic with many Enlightenment ideas. He realized that the best defense is a good offense to decide to attack these countries, which is the real reason why he invaded so many places and expanded the French Empire to what it is today, even bigger. Now, even though Napoleon wanted to spread these really good and constitutional and democracy ideas from the Enlightenment, he wasn't all that perfect. Let's go to the thought bubble. Now, even though Napoleon made a constitution that said all men are equal, essentially looking over the United States Constitution, he did take away rights from women in France and in the French colonies, enforcing more of the patriarchy that there was in the world. To them, equal rights? Yes. No. Along with taking away rights from women in France, he also reinstated slavery in his French colonies in the Americas. One very good example is in Haiti. He sent out for the murder of Toussaint Louverture and reinstated slavery. Haiti is still suffering from this reinstatement today with poor economy and bad equal rights in the colony. To end slavery? Non. Oui. Along with these monstrosities, he also killed millions of people in the battlefield, even his own soldiers, just sending them out, hoping with bayonet charges that he'll win. He fought against his main enemies, Prussia and Austria, and killed many of them as well. Along in battles with Italy, he took on the Italian forces and won many of his battles, but with much bloodshed involved. He was a very influential and successful ruler in France and implemented many things to take away from the French monarchy and make a new republic that still stands today. However, this new republic is plagued with these terrible things that he did and shows that he's not the most perfect French ruler that there was. Now, with these attacks by Napoleon, he had a huge army and wasn't afraid to throw millions of soldiers' lives at risk just to win a battle. Other countries that he fought against were scared of these large armies and had to build up their own armies. As each army kept building up, it led to more military strength and military dominance in Europe and scared a lot of people. This led to many formation of alliances and could even be traced to the start of World War I, with nationalistic beliefs of whose country's in better and whose country has the better military to fight in a war. However, there was a very good side of Napoleon, and he wasn't all that bad. The spread of democratic and liberal ideas across Europe happened thanks to Napoleon. It was thanks to Napoleon as well that the continent was reshaped from a chaotic patchwork of fragmented feudal and religious territories into efficient, modern, and secular nations where the state and the people held more power over the king. What? Is it time for the open letter already? Let's check what's by my computer / mailbox. Whoa, it's the South Korean flag. Dear South Korea, y'all are whack for spending $2.4 million on one of Napoleon's old hat. I mean, what are you gonna do with that? Are you gonna wear it around town? Then you're just gonna get robbed of a hat. Or you're just gonna display it and let it collect dust. Might as well have buried it with him, am I right? Now, to end off this video, would Europe have been better or worse without Napoleon? Now, Napoleon's power died off when he tried to attack Russia in the winter. He's one of 2 countries that tried to attack Russia in the winter and obviously failed. Rule number 1, you don't attack Russia in the winter. However, back to your original question of would Napoleon have been better or worse for Europe? In my opinion, he would have been better because he was the reason why democratic ideas spread across Europe and there's no kings in Europe except maybe in England. But guess what? They got a parliamentary system now. However, if you look at Germany now, and you look at France now, you look at Spain now, there's no kings. They're all democratically electing countries. That's very good. He did have some negatives, though, with his rise of nationalistic views, which could have led to World War I and World War II. However, even though World War I and World War II happened 100 years after his reign, they may have not been so bad for us. Many people died, but we learned many things from our mistakes, and I think World War I and World War II did that. That is the end of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe.